Mama got a haircut. Yes, she did. Nice haircut for the fall. Okay, so I'm back here in my yarniverse. You get to see the yarn today. They were feeling a little bit neglected. The kitchen got all the attention. They were like, Mom, how about us? We want to be on camera too. I know I have not been on here in a couple of weeks. I think more than a couple of weeks. I think it's like been 3 weeks since I've been on here. I've been a little distracted with some things going on, but I thought I would get on here and show you some of the things I've been working on because even though life brings you distractions, I still got to make sure I crochet because if I don't crochet, you all know what happens. I go a little nutty. Well, my aunt we send each other videos, and she sent me this link for a new stitch called the feather stitch. Well, it's new for us. So I went on and I tried it and I like it. I used two different color yarns. These are both Red Heart yarns. I believe this orange one is called Carrot. And I think this yellowish one is called Autumn, I think. I like how that came out. That was kind of fun. And basically it's double crochets. If you know how to do a double crochet, you can do this. I will put the link to that video that my aunt sent me. I'll put that link in the description box for you so you can try it. Also, I've been adding to my square collection. Okay, I got this big basket full of squares and oh my gosh, see, I got so many. I think I got my goal. I think I have like 50 now. I thinking I want to make a square blanket, so I would have to make either like 7 times 7 or 8 times 8 or 9 times 9 if I want to make a square. Or I might not make a square. I might make a rectangle. I don't know. I'll tell you the truth. Some of these squares, they're not they're not exactly the same size. Some of them are slightly larger than others. So I've been working on that. This stitch that I'm using on this one, I don't know if you could see the red one. Maybe on the teal one, you could see the texture. Isn't it so nice? And with this Karen 1 pound, it's nice. It's not flimsy. It's nice and sturdy. So I've been doing that. I'll link the stitch that I am using. A link that there's a few people out there who are doing that and they call it different things. Some people call it crunch stitch, and I believe there's a different name to it. I'm not sure, but I'll put a link to so you can see how to do that stitch. It's basically, I think I showed you before. It's a slip stitch and a half double. Repeat, slip, half double, slip, half double. That's all it is. So it's pretty easy. And I was using, okay, I used, where is that? That Tunisian scarf that I made with the Karen skinny cakes. So I had one whole cake left, and then the rest of this cake, which was a lot, because each Karen skinny cake is about how many yards is it? Is about 800 yards, like 795 yards. So I had a lot of yarn left. So I decided to make a shawl. So I went online and I started searching for shawl videos, people making shawls. And there's a lot of shawl videos out there, a lot. So I started. with one video, and it was looking kind of crazy. So I pulled it apart, I frogged it, and I started it again, and I still didn't like it. So I searched for another video, maybe this shawl. There's all kinds of shawl patterns, all kinds of ways to make a shawl. I tried, I think, 6 different videos, and multiple times did I try to do the shawl, which each video, and I wasn't satisfied until I'm like, oh, Jada and Stitches, she's like a very good teacher for me. My style of learning, she she teaches well, okay? And I know there's people out there that can learn from other YouTube crochet teachers, and that's great because we all have our own learning styles. And I wish I could follow a pattern, a written pattern, as easy as I do with the videos. I'm a little spoiled with that. So I did this. It's like what does she call it? Vintage style, lacy shawl. I will link that video down below, of course, for you. Look at how that turned out. I mean, I still have a lot of yarn left, so I'm not finished at all, but I thought I would show you my progress. And so I'm working on the second ball, and I have that much yarn left. So I have a long way to go for that. I hope I finish it because, I don't know. I tend to start big projects and then I'm like, I'm bored with this already. This is taking so long. I want to do something else, something quick. So I set that aside and I find something else to do. That's how I found this. I took a little break from the shawl and I did this. I'm also working on a blanket that I started. I believe I showed it to you a few months ago. I was trying to get rid of my Hobby Lobby I love this yarn that I bought to make a temperature blanket, and I did make half a year last year. If I'll put the picture of that right here. Okay, so I was using Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn for that, and I wasn't feeling confident with that yarn. I felt like I didn't want to finish the year. I started something else. I started doing other patterns for the rest of the year. Like I would do a month, like the month of July, I did one circle. I'll put that here. And then August, this is August. And then here's September. Okay, so then this year I started something, but I still wasn't happy with so I decided, you know what? I'm not going to do temperature blanket this year. I'm not going to finish it, but I got so much yarn. I got every color. I got so many colors for every little temperature increment. And I said, oh, if the next time I do a temperature blanket, I don't want to use Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn because I feel like Red Heart Super Saver would be more sturdy of a yarn, or even Karen 1 pound. But then I wasn't gonna go out because that was when the stores were closing and you couldn't really get yarn. And I just decided I need to do something else with this yarn. I need to use it up. So I decided on a corner to corner blanket. And here is my progress so far. All right, so that sucker is getting heavy. And I promised myself after I made a, a one blanket corner to corner that was getting pretty heavy. I'll show that blanket here. After I made that blanket, I promised myself I would never do a one piece blanket again. And that's how these guys came about. So I thought, I'm going to do a blanket. I'm going to do it in pieces. But guess what, people? I'm kind of terrified of when it comes time to put those things together. I'm not as confident with that. I hope I can not let those go to waste. I I have a Roseanne blanket that I started making, just putting together those squares. It's just tedious and it's not my thing. And the Roseanne blanket I was using Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn. It's a flimsy blanket. It's not easy to handle, especially when you're doing something like connecting squares. If I find a picture, I'll put it here of that Roseanne blanket. Okay, so I still have piles of squares. I don't know if I'll ever get that done. Not this year. Maybe later. Later. We'll put that aside for later. Okay, so last year I made this pumpkin pie, and this one is a bag o' day pattern. So it's one of Crystal's videos long time ago, before she even had nice equipment. So it was it's I it was quite uh look at this. I have to sew that in. This is a whipped cream, this is my pumpkin pie. So I put that out for October, and also my aunt sent me a link to a video. Okay, here's the backstory on that. When I was born, the day it was Thanksgiving Day, that day. I was born at noon on Thanksgiving Day. And I'm a, I'm often referred to as I'm often called the family turkey, because I was born on Thanksgiving. So my aunt sent me a link to this video of a turkey, and so oh, that's a cute turkey. And the problem was the video was in Spanish. I'll put a link to that video in case any of you speak Spanish. I'll put a link to that video. The video was in Spanish, and I'm like, oh, I told my aunt, I can't do that. It's in Spanish. And she's like, just try it. So I decided to try it visual, I could see what she was doing, and I know a little Spanish. Yeah, I know numbers, so when she was saying chain one, yeah, I figured out how to say chain in Spanish, cadena, and she, I figured it out, and I did it. I did my turkey. See, there's his little feet. I did it all in Spanish. This is two pieces. So after I made each piece, then I weave these together, or I crochet these together. That's kind of how I'm gonna do these. I'm gonna crochet them together. But this is actually, putting two pieces together back to back. So it's similar, but not exactly. So I did my turkey. So I got a turkey. I know it's kind of early, but I tackled it. So I have been doing lots of crochet to keep me from going bonkers in this crazy year that we're having. Lots of things have been going crazy for me, but the reason why I am still here is because all of these friends that I have behind me. There's more on each side. So it's important. Keep up with your hobby, whatever it is that you use to stay healthy right here. Stay healthy. So that's what I've been working on besides my fresh new haircut, which I'm so glad I cut my hair because I'm telling you, my hair was out, falling out all the time. And it was long pieces, and I couldn't take it anymore. Wanted to if I had it my way, well, I would just like shave it all off. I don't want any hair because I don't like little pieces of hair when they fall out. I hate that. But since I'm like stressed out, my hair's been falling out a lot. So it's just like clumps, clumps. I would have ponytails of hair like just fall out, and it's and these are the times we live in. Stuff is crazy stuff. Anytime you turn on the TV, everybody's arguing with each other, and a lot of nobody's, you know, peace. I just like peace. So that's why I crochet a lot. Because when I crochet, it's just smooth sailing, nice, peaceful time when I crochet. So until we meet again, take care and stay safe. Bye.